Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink. It is time for some Path of Exile 2 discussion. Today, we're going to be talking about quality of life because one of the most important quality of life upgrades that people have been wanting to see in Path of Exile 2 has arrived. Let's talk about the implementation of the map tab, which is called the Waystone tab in Path of Exile 2. Firstly, the thing you are probably most wanting to hear. If you're a Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2 player, you probably already own a map tab over in Path of Exile 1. Well, good news. The map tab in Path of Exile 1 also unlocks the Waystone tab in Path of Exile 2. So it's not a separate purchase. If you own the one from Path of Exile 1, you also own the one from Path of Exile 2, no additional charge. Now the other thing that's important, and this actually applies to all tabs, not just to ones that are map tabs, you now have the introduction of Waystone Affinity. When you set this on a tab, and I'm going to set it on my Waystone tab because that's the logical place for it, but you don't have to do it on a Waystone tab, it can be done on any other one. Anytime that you control click a Waystone from your inventory, it will go into the tab that it has the affinity for. So let's demonstrate this. Firstly, I'm going to change the color of this because the map tab is something that you want to have a bright shiny color on. Then I'm going to go to my old low tier map section. Then I'm going to pick out a whole bunch of these by control clicking them, and that's just going to control click them straight into my inventory at this point. Pick up a couple of things that aren't maps in there. That'll happen when you do this. I've got a couple of gin barriers and tablets and things like that. Now that we've done that, I'm just going to control click them and let the Waystone Affinity guide where they go. Some things that are not Waystones will end up going straight back where they came from, but everything else is going to get sent and sorted for me over in that Waystone tab that we were looking at just before. So once I've done all of that, this is just control clicking all of these again. I'm then going to be able to go to my Waystone tab and demonstrate what it looks like. So of the ones that I just control clicked, from this low tier Waystone tab, we've got one that's tier 12, 4 that are tier 11, 2 that are tier 10, 3 that are tier 9, 6 that are tier 8, 1 that's tier 7, and so on and so forth down to 3 that are tier 1. Obviously, this is much better organized. There's a couple of other things that you can do as well. Because it's a premium tab, it can be used to list items for sale. So let's say that I wanted to list all of my tier 8 maps for sale. Let's just put them at a ridiculous price, shall we? Something that I don't think anyone is going to be interested in buying them. Let's set them at 3 Chaos Orbs. Now, all of these are listed for 3 Chaos. However, there is another way you can do this. Let's say that we wanted to do this with our tier 8 maps. We want to list them for sale. We're not going to portal out of a map for anything less than 3 Chaos. So we're going to set an exact price on all items. We're going to go down to the Chaos Orb. We're going to say 3 again. But what we've done here is we've only applied that to our overflow. The first 96 maps that we put in, they're all going to go in here and they're not going to be listed for sale. But once I've got 96 or more of a tier of map, there is no way I want any more of them. And if someone, for whatever reason, happens to want them, then they're more than welcome to buy them from me. And that's what they'll be able to do. Now, of course, with me listing these for sale at such a high price, I very much don't expect that anyone's going to be interested. I think fair market value for yellow tier maps tends to be about 1 Exalt, so about a 20th of 3 Chaos Orbs. But you can list them at whatever price you want, and buyers are free to just completely ignore them if they can find a better deal elsewhere. Anyways, that is the Map Stash tab. This is a huge quality of life improvement. One of the biggest things that's been done in terms of improving quality of life in Path of Exile 2 so far. What's missing from it? You will notice that this is not providing anywhere to store your Precursor Tablets. Precursor Tablets are meant to go into the Fragment tab. The Fragment tab has not yet passed QA, so it is not yet available in Path of Exile 2. That is also one of the things that's a must-buy in Path of Exile 1, so if you play both games, chances are you already have that, but that's where they're going to live in Path of Exile 2. The other thing you might be wondering is what the price is for this. The standard store price is 150 store points. Whenever Grinding Games have a sale on, which is about once per 3 weeks, this will be marked down to 120 points. At the time I'm recording this video, there's a sale that's still going for about 18 more hours. No guarantees, depending on when you're watching it, that you'll be able to get in that time. But generally speaking, if you miss one, it's only 3 weeks until the next one, and that will be your next opportunity if you want to get it at the cheaper price. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. May your Vaal Orbs have interesting results, and don't forget that using them on maps can definitely be something lucrative, or at times very disappointing, as you end up finding that they drop down in tier.